Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Dirky here, and what is happening? Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at Genji and the PTR. He was just announced today and I thought I would jump on and try my first ever first look video. So, he seems to be some sort of ninja from Overwatch. And he seems to be telling me to shush while he runs. Don't know why he's doing that there, but I'll try and be quiet for him whenever I'm playing with him. In game. So what do I think of him so far? Well, he's quite mobile, that's for sure. Fuck me, look at that there. Look at him jumping about there like a fucking kangaroo from Australia. Very, very mobile. He seems that he could be really fun to play, but really fucking annoying to play against, you know what I mean? So, right off the bat, we'll take a wee look at his abilities. Our Q ability is Shuriken. Throw 3 Shuriken and spread pattern, each dealing 154 damage to the first enemy hit. Stores up to 3 charges, Shuriken's cooldown, replenishes all charges at the same time. So, I noticed this earlier, so we'll toggle our cooldowns off. As soon as you fire your first Shuriken out, it automatically goes in cooldown. So while we have 2 stacked there, it's all going off cooldown, we can fire an hour out, still in the same amount. Fire it out and we're sitting at 4 seconds, so that's really, really good. Can poke quite a bit then if you time your pokes perfectly. It'd be really good for objectives where you have to channel it, like towards the Doom or the Cursed Hollow. Our W ability is Deflect, Become Protected for 1.25 seconds. That's very, very low, but it's just the same as Varian's Parry. Any damage blocked during this period causes Genji to throw a kunai toward the nearest enemy, prioritizing heroes and dealing 130 damage. So kunai, I don't know what the fuck a kunai is, but it must be cool. So we'll go in here and we'll use it. As you can see, our cooldowns are not, we'll toggle our cooldowns on and we'll go in and we'll use it. As you can see, it's throwing down every time I'm hit, it's throwing damage to the minions, so this will prioritize heroes, which is good. We'll get out of there before Falstad spots us. And then as you can see, our E ability is Stop Attacking You goat. Our E ability is Swift Strike, dash forward, dealing 510 damage to all enemies in a line. Enemy heroes that die within 2 seconds of being hit with Swift Strike causes the cooldown and the mana cost to be refunded. So is Falstad near dead? Right, we'll toggle our cooldowns off and we'll go out here and we'll kill him. There we go, and it's off cooldown. Another thing that I noticed about his auto attack when I tried him is that he fires 3 at once. If you're close, he'll attack 3 times melee, but we will toggle it here and see if we can get Falstad to roll away from us. Because if you auto attack while they're in range and they move out of range, the 3 auto attacks will still go off. As you can see, he's not going to roll off. Come on, roll away, you. He's going to start walking away now. Come on, he's going to walk away or what? Okay, we can't show that off then because he's a fucking goat. But yeah, if you use that while you're in range and then he borrow rolls away, you're still going to get your 3 auto attacks off. So then we'll turn our cooldowns back on. Or we'll take a look at our cyber agility. This is just a leap. Oh my god, he attacked a boss. What are you playing at? I don't think you can solo a boss, man. You're not that cool of a ninja. You just go in there and tell that boss to shush. Activate the jump in the target area, 10-second cooldown. This is an awesome ability, I like it. Look, just looks so fucking cool. Really good for escapes. Like I said, he's very mobile. Like, you can see him jumping about there like a kangaroo from Australia. So we'll take a look at his talents. At level 1 we have Swift as Hand, Agile Dismount and Pathfinder. Swift as the Wind. Hitting an enemy with Swift Strike increases Genji's movement speed by 30% for 3 seconds. This one's quite good. I like it because Swift Strike can probably, are more likely going to put you out of position unless you use it properly. As you can see, we have a bit more movement speed, so if we do use this and we end up out of position, oh, we missed him, maybe we can get out very quickly with our movement speed. The next one is Agile Dismount, which I don't see the point of at all. This one just increases the range of your jump ability by 70% while you're mounted. I don't understand what that brings to a team fight. Could be a cool ability to use to really jump into a fight. I don't know why you would mount. Well, I suppose if you run away, you can use it to get away further, but I don't see the point in this one at all. I'll probably never pick it because it doesn't really bring much to a team fight. And then the next one's Pathfinder, which I think could be good in certain maps like their Infernal Shrines or the Curse of most maps that have any terrain you can jump over. Oh fuck, we clicked on that by accident. Jumping over terrain with cyber agility increases Genji's movement speed by 25%. I like this one, so I'll either pick the first one or the third one because the agile dismount seems pretty dumb to me. As we can see here, if we run away, we can jump over terrain, we can get away faster. Or we can use it as a cut jump mechanic, so we'll jump over here and then we'll use our blink towards him, and there we go. So we'll go level 4. I think the only one really here worth taking is Shuriken Mastery to just increase more damage. Dragon's Claw, it's just the same as the talent that Cassia gets, that eventually if she gets attacked enough times by her traits up, she can use an explode, and this is just the same thing. Whenever it's the same thing, just really. And then this here one is hit enemies at the end of Sith Strike, take an additional 340 damage, so you can see at the end of a reticle here, where it's going to do the extra damage, so it's going to burn damage over time. For Falstad, it's unfortunate that he's a GOAT player. So I'm really going to be taking Shuriken Toss, Shuriken Mastery anyway, most of the time, like, just to increase, because his damage is quite lackluster as you can see here, like, you're not doing much damage. If we refresh here and we'll go in and we'll attack Falstad, you're not doing much damage here. This here one is good too, but then, especially if you pick the movement speed with it, then you can blink in and use it and get out. This would be really good. So we'll go and see, we do very little damage here. I suppose that one could work very well, as you can see, but see if we can get it rolling out again. Well, we didn't get it off, but as you can see, its damage wouldn't be as strong as, say, a Kel'Thas or a Li Ming or a Greymane, you know what I mean? It's quite sustained damage, quite low. So let's see, take a look at Shuriken Master. Hit enemies with the Shuriken. After hitting 35 enemies, Shuriken damage is increased by 30. And then if you hit 75 enemy heroes with it, all your cyber agility will give you 2 more charges back of your Shuriken, which, in my opinion, is probably one of the best ones to take. Unless you want this one, which is, I think, going to be up to your seller really, whatever you want your playstyle to be. But this one's quite cool, like, and then if you have the movement speed, you can get out. I like it. Yeah, I like it. That extra damage over time, so you do the burst and then, oh, we missed him. I don't think I'll ever pick Dragon Claw. Forces you to go in deep. Well, I suppose you have to go in deep, as you can see, to get all your Shurikens to hit, you have to go like nearly in the melee range to hit them all. I mean, I was pretty close there and only 2 of them hit him, so you have to get as close as you possibly can to get all 3 of them hit at once. So at level 7, this is just situational, as you can see. You get a shield whenever your deflect ends, by 50% of the damage blocked for 4 seconds. Then we can reduce the cooldown of it every time we're hit. To deflect damage reduces the cooldown or deflect it by 2 seconds up to a maximum of 10 seconds. So you can have this thing coming off cooldown constantly if you just take a pile of damage while you have it up, which is quite a scary thing to be doing, taking damage. You want to be taking little as damage as possible. I suppose this playstyle is going to be wanting you to take damage. It's not my type of playstyle, but I like to take as little damage as possible unless I'm a tank.
That was rather entertaining.
Yeah, that was off cooldown again, so we'll just use it anyway, and we'll jump. I like this jump ability is cool. It's a shame you just can't keep using it. So Cyber Agility gives you spell armor, because you're going to be picking that up if you're against a Sylvanas or any other type of mage player or an Azmodan. And then we have Dodge, which is just little dodge all heroes' basic attacks. It has 3 charges of it every 5 seconds. So this is just very situational, the level 7 talent. But if you're not up against many, if you're up against a balanced team, of course, or if you see yourself taking a lot of damage from mages, then you could pick Cyber Shield. If you're up against a pretty damaged team, you can pick Perfect Defense, where it'll be just the cooldown of it. And if you're up against a lot of auto attackers, it seems to be built very well. You can get a bit of damage rolling off. And then we have gain a shield whenever it ends. So if you find if you blink in and you use it, as you can see, we gained a wee bit of a shield there, 228 absorbed. So if you find yourself putting yourself out of position and then you pop it, as you can see, we gain a shield. So these here talents all work very well. I think they're all good, especially the dodge and the spell armor. this here one has great synergy with later on talents. So we'll just pick this one now, perfect defense. So here we have our ultimate abilities, and this is where he really kicks off, and most of his damage I think is going to come from. So our first one's Dragon Blade. Unleash the Dragon Blade for 8 seconds. While active, Dragon Blade can be reactivated to launch forward and slash in a huge arc, dealing 592 damage. If the enemy heroes are killed within 2 seconds of being hit by Dragon Blade, Swift Strike's cooldown is reset. So that's pretty cool, so you can Swift Strike in. We'll pick it here. We can Swift Strike in, and then we can pop a cooldown. We can blink it and Swift Strike out. That's very good, that one. I really like that ability there. Though I know the other one, I have tried the other one. The other one is a lot more powerful, that's for sure. So we'll reset our talents and we'll take a look at the other one. Oh, it seems if you keep hitting a hero with that Dragon Blade ability, it'll be this like Sonya's Berserker Rage, the Wrath of Berserker. Every time you hit him, it'll just keep resetting and resetting and resetting. So you could continually keep doing this till you get a kill, but you are going to be tunnel visioning. Like, it's forced me to tunnel vision while I'm doing it. Like, well, I'm only in here, so I'm not playing that well, you know what I mean? But just destroy him here. I don't like him being so close to my towers. Get away from my towers, man.
Well done.
So what was the first one we were picking? This is probably the build that I'll go mostly. And we'll be taking Shuriken Mastery, and then we'll probably pick up Perfect Defense. This one's situation like I said. And then we have X Strike. Now this one's a lot more stronger. Perform 2 slashes, dealing 346 damage. The slashes detonate after 1.25 seconds, causing additional 693 damage to enemies in their area. This one's really, really good. But you're going to be wanting your enemies, you want to try and get them on. As you can see, you don't have to plan out before you use it, you know what I mean? As you see, he's just going to walk into it there, because he's a goat. So as you can see, this here, ultimate here is a lot stronger. I probably want to look, they're both good. Honestly, it's not that often you get 2 good ultimates with new heroes, but these both are very, very good. I would say the X one's a lot better though. Just pumps out more damage and it's an AoE effect. Well, both of them are an AoE effect, but you need to be, you know what I mean, like this one just seems to do a lot more damage. As you can see, it will pop. Right, we'll reset our talents and we'll try and kill Falstad with the dragon one before he takes too much help. We'll just pick anything here to get to level 10 as quick as we possibly can, and we'll use Dragon Blade and then we'll go in here. As you can see, oh, it's not resetting. Oh, it is resetting. See, you probably have to hit me about 4 times at level 17 to do it. We'll try it again, see if we can pop it, get him right here, and we'll just rag him again and see how it goes. Come on, mate, hurry up, I don't go fucking day. We want to go to bed here, son. There he is, so we'll pop it. There we go. Hitting him, hitting him, hitting him. So you're talking about 4 or 5 shots to kill him. And we'll refresh the forts, pick different talents here. Come on, reset our talents. And we'll pick X Strike. This is probably going to get him down to about 25% health, I think. Yeah, about 25%, just over it. So this one's a lot more powerful and probably going to do a lot, plus it's going to do a lot more damage to everybody there in a row. This will be good for maps like their Infernal Shrines. We're all clumped up and around trying to kill them minions. So at level 13, we'll take a look at these level 13 talents. Shh, boss. Shh. Shingan. Increases hitting an enemy with all 3 shuriken deals 295 bonus damage. So we'll take a look at this. We'll pick it. But this will be quite hard to land. You have to get up right up in the melee range, as you can see, to get all 3 of them off. As you can see, it does crit there and does a lot more damage. Let's take a wee look at Falstad, so we can get in close to him. Whoa, that does quite a bit of damage, but you're really getting up close and personal to use it. So you are. So it'll be quite hard to get all 3 of these off at once, but if you do, plus you can use it 3 times, so it's quite strong. So we'll reset it here and we'll use all 3 in a target dummy and see what damage it does. Well, it takes this target dummy a wee while to reset. There we go, so we can get them all off. 795. 795. That'll be quite hard to land, but if you do land it off, you're definitely going to be rewarded, that's for sure. We just completed our quest there. That's that's quite fucking powerful. So it is. This could be one of the ones you could go for. So we'll take a look at the next one. Flow like water. Each hero hit with Swift Strike, which just is a cooldown for 3%. Another good escape as well. So if you use your Swift Strike in and you find yourself at position, as long as you've hit enough heroes, you probably use it again very, very quickly to get out. Man, I love this here. This is so strong.
That was rather entertaining.
I would say I'm really in a team fight. You want to get up, if you're going to pick that there talent there at level 13 Shingan, you want to be keeping this here for your escape. So you can walk in, you know, get in close and personal, use 3 of them, get away and get out. That's what I would think would be the best glue. So level 16, or not, did we take a look? Well, the next is double jump. You get 2 jumps, you get 2 charges of jump, which is class. And its cooldown, but its cooldown is increased by 5 seconds. Like, I always hate increasing the cooldown of my abilities, like, but a double jump could be good in the mats with a lot of tearing the jump over, so you get your 25% movement speed twice. I don't know, I want to do this again. This is just so fun. Like, even if minions in your way, you're not going to get it. You know what I mean? For minions in your road, so you really want to be using that there whenever you're in a team fight. You get up close and personal and there's no minions in your road. So it's going to be quite a hard one to land, but I would say with plenty of practice, you'll master it, just like anything. Like, see all the distance I was here, like, you're not even hitting 2 of them there. You need to be right up close to them, the melee range to be doing it. So it's quite a dangerous talent to be picking there, but we can be very rewarded for it. So level 16, we'll take a look at these talents. Reflect. Deflect also deals an additional 33% of the damage blocked, so just more on your deflect then. Final cut, after 1 second, Swift Strike deals an additional 334 damage to all enemies in the area. So I think this is, and it does it again. Nice, that's not too bad. Though you're gonna be, I didn't mean to do that, but that was pretty cool there. So you're really just gonna be hoping for your enemy not to be moving, to get the damage off that there, or to walk through it. But it does go off very quickly, but they're always stutter stepping, so if I do it that way and then Follow walks that way or rolls that way, the damage is gone, so it could be a wasted talent. And what's the next one? Each enemy hero hit by Swift Strike increases the damage of the next Swift Strike by 20%. This bonus stacks up to 3 times, so we'll reset this here and have a wee look at that. We'll just fly through these here. X-Strike, Shingan. There we go.
Choose a talent.
So we'll refresh the fort here. I don't want to kill him, I want to use it a couple of times on him to see where it stacks. So we can see down here in the bottom left, the bar reported in our health bar. That's where it shows you your stacks of it. So you can stack it up to 3 times, but from what I see, there's one. There we go. You need to. Is that them all stacked up? You see where my mouse is? It seems that them 3 are your stacks. I'm not sure how this works. Like, it looks like you need to hit 3 heroes at once to do it. You can't hit the same hero over and over again.
This is my path.
But we'll get this fast out again. Each hero hit by Swift Strike increases the damage of the next Swift Strike by 20%. This bonus stacks up the. So I think you have to hit 3 heroes of it. As you see, we're only getting 1 charge there, and it's still there in 1 charge. And we'll do it again. 1 charge, and then use it again. There we go. So you use it once. You want to be getting 3 heroes hit to get all 3 charges. Increase it by 60%, and then you want to use it again to use the damage. By the looks of it, seems pretty good. I'd say it would be hard to hit 3 heroes out there, but then you have to wait 12 seconds to get it again to use it. But you'll always have it stacked there. But you want to be using it as escape and you miss a hero, or you hit a hero on the way by. So at level 20, I think all his talents are excellent here at level 20. So we have the Dragon Becomes Me. Each time the Dragon Blade hits an enemy hero, the duration of Dragon Blade is increased by 1 second. So that's a Wrath of the Berserker right there, and you could just completely spam this here and tunnel your way out of position and just get annihilated if you really wanted to. Heroes hit within the X, which is a cooldown for 12 seconds. It's an 80-second cooldown. I don't think this one is as good. Shooting stars, we'll try this. This pierces, so this will really help for you whenever you pick that other one. What was it? Shingan. This will really help you here if minions are in your road or other heroes are in your road. It's going to be piercing. It's a shame we can't have 2 heroes. I don't play the PTR very often. This is my first ever First ever 3 times I said that there. My first ever first look video. If this does it pierce, I goes completely through, so I can go up to him and hit him. So this will really help with your Shingon talent, like. So it will if you pick that, but I think the best one's San Shin. This would go well with our reduces the cooldown of our perfect defense. So it San Shin quest blocks 6,500 damage with deflect, including damage block so far. So you could pick this at level 7, perfect defense. So you reduce the cooldown of it. So all game you could just plan out as a brief personal quest that you're going to be building up damage block, and then once you get to level 20, you pick this talent. You should be nearly finished. And every time you go in and you use your deflect, it should be coming off cooldown quite a bit. If you're, I want to kill him here. If you're going in and using it, do you know what I mean? If you're going in and getting it, the cooldown reduced, you should be able to do a massive amount of AoE damage. So Genji looks really fun to play, but really fucking annoying to play against, like I said. His damage is quite low, but his ultimates are quite powerful. So this is my first ever first look video, and I just done it off the top of my head, no script or nothing. I thought I would give it a go. I hope you all enjoyed the video today, everybody, and thanks for watching.